Hello, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're cutting right through the hype and getting straight to an executive briefing on what is arguably the most fundamental shift in our reality right now, artificial intelligence. Look, you're here for the clear, objective facts and the high-level insights on the AI revolution, so let's dive right in.
Right now, AI is quietly rewiring our world faster than literally any technology in human history. And we're not just talking about your everyday spam filters or algorithms feeding you custom music playlists anymore. At this very second, AI systems are predicting complex 3D protein structures to help cure diseases, and they're autonomously writing complex code while we sleep. It's this invisible thread that connects your simple morning routine all the way to breakthroughs that were straight-up science fiction less than a decade ago. But that really brings us to the ultimate question. Is this humanity's greatest invention, or is it our greatest risk? It's a massive question. Governments, tech leaders, top scientists, they're all agonizing over this right now. And to answer it for yourself, we really need to understand the underlying mechanics of what exactly we're dealing with.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the AI explosion. Second, the everyday benefits. Third, jobs and AI challenges. And finally, number 4, AI's future impact.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI explosion.
Let's do a really quick level set here. Stripped of all the jargon, artificial intelligence simply refers to computer systems that are designed to perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. We're talking about learning from raw data, recognizing incredibly complex images, understanding all the weird nuances in human language, and making decisions autonomously. Basically, it's machines mimicking our cognitive functions, but operating at speeds that we can barely even comprehend.
But the absolutely crucial shift here is how these systems actually operate. See, for decades, traditional software relied entirely on fixed instructions. A programmer wrote the code, and the computer blindly followed it to the letter. You can think of it like a super rigid recipe. Modern AI, on the other hand, thrives on pattern recognition. It ingests massive, unstructured mountains of data and learns on the fly. It's much more like a master chef tasting and adjusting a dish in real time. Literally, every search you do, every single interaction, is continually rewiring these systems to make them smarter.
And because of that dynamic learning, the adoption rate has just been staggering. Millions of everyday professionals are integrating it into their routines in ways that frankly feel like magic. Doctors are using it to spot microscopic anomalies in medical scans years before physical symptoms even show up. Aerospace engineers are generating thousands of structural designs in seconds, and regular people are using it to write slightly more polite emails to their bosses. The sheer speed at which this tech escaped the research lab and embedded itself into our mainstream daily workflows is entirely unprecedented.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, the everyday benefits.
Getting beyond the initial novelty, AI is optimizing our planet as we speak. Over in agriculture, precision AI tools are constantly monitoring crop health, which dramatically reduces water usage while simultaneously boosting yields to help secure our global food supply. Out on the highways, intelligent driver assistance systems are actively predicting collisions and actually hitting the brakes before a human foot could even react. And in research labs, scientists are crunching massive data sets in a matter of hours. To put that into perspective, that's a process that used to take months, saving literal lifetimes of manual labor. For billions of people, AI has quickly become an indispensable co-pilot.
Now, let's shift gears to Section 3, Jobs and AI Challenges. Okay, we have to address the elephant in the room. Could AI replace some of our jobs? Well, the reality is that the very nature of cognitive labor is fundamentally shifting right beneath our feet. We aren't just talking about automating factory floors anymore. This is about automating white-collar tasks. But the most accurate way to frame this isn't necessarily wholesale replacement. It's really about augmentation. The professionals who thrive in the future won't be competing against AI. They're going to be the ones who master using AI as their co-pilot. Having said that, specific sectors that rely heavily on data processing and routine content creation are absolutely facing massive, immediate disruption.
And honestly, this workforce shift is just the beginning of the friction. We are facing some incredibly complex societal questions here. For instance, how do we prevent hyper-realistic AI-generated misinformation from swaying major elections when synthetic media can be spun up so effortlessly? Or think about this. If an autonomous system makes a harmful decision, like a medical misdiagnosis or a fatal driving error, who actually holds the liability? Is it the developer, the user, the machine itself? And in a world where these models are training on almost everything we upload to the internet,
Does true personal privacy even exist anymore? These are heavy, completely unresolved questions that experts are frantically grappling with right now.
Moving into our final section, number 4, AI's future impact.
When we look ahead to the next decade, the potential magnitude of this technology is just staggering. We are way beyond talking about marginal efficiencies here. We're looking at hyper-personalized medicine that is tailored exactly to your individual DNA, generated in real time. We're talking about entirely autonomous synchronized transportation networks that could completely eliminate traffic congestion, and highly individualized education systems that adapt instantly to how a single student's brain works. The advancements we've seen so far, they are just a mere preview of the foundational transformations that are coming down the pipeline.
To really grasp the scale, experts aren't comparing this to the invention of the smartphone or the rise of social media. No, they're comparing AI directly to the discovery of electricity and the birth of the internet. It is fully poised to become an invisible, ubiquitous layer of human existence, powering absolutely everything we do. But, as we know, unparalleled power requires unprecedented responsibility.
Every great revolution begins quietly before it just completely rewrites the rules of civilization. Think about it. The Industrial Revolution fundamentally changed how we worked. Then the internet completely changed how we communicated with each other. And now, artificial intelligence might not just change how we work or talk, it may actually change what it means to be human, completely redefining the very limits of our cognitive capabilities.
So the question is no longer whether AI will shape our future. That part is already guaranteed. The real question, the one I want to leave you to ponder today, is this: how will we shape AI? Because the future depends entirely on how humanity chooses to wield this incredible, world-altering technology. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.